Well, he's pitched really well. Obviously, he's been a very, very good pitcher. I think his whip is like 1.10 or something like that. I mean, he's been a guy who they can rely on if he gives them this the entire season. Clearly that's probably even better than what they thought they were getting when they traded for him. It is kind of ironic that probably two of their three best pitchers are former Pirates. But that's what you do, and that's one of the things we talk about all the time with the Pirates. It's great that they've got all these young guys and these homegrown guys that are hitters and they play in the field and stuff. But the teams that win seem to be the teams that build their team, through the draft and everything else. They build their, a lot of their position players. But when it comes down to winning, they go out and they get pitchers that are already developed, have already proven they can pitch in the major leagues, and in order to do that, it costs money.
Yeah. The other thing we're going to talk about tonight, and I'll ask you for just a quick 30 seconds now before we go to break, and then we'll discuss further on the other side of the commercial, and that would be the movement in college football and the teams that are moving all over the place. We see Pac-12 teams heading to the Big Ten. Geographical rivalries are pretty much dead. We knew that anyway. But now there's a lot of thought that Pitt should be maybe proactive here, or Notre Dame, which to me, they hold the key to everything. If they decide whatever they're going to decide, it would change a lot of direction of what might happen next. What is your take on where this is right now in the high-stakes poker game that is, what conference do you land at?
Well, you just said it, really. I mean, Notre Dame, to me, holds the key to what happens next. If they go to the Big Ten, then I think it's going to be very hard for the ACC to really survive the way they need to, because I think without Notre Dame, then all of a sudden you're probably going to lose Florida State, you're probably going to lose Clemson, and might even lose Miami. And if you do that, then I'm not sure what you really have left over as a football conference. But if they get Notre Dame and they have that anchor team, that anchor program that they're going to be able to sell to networks and all the other stuff, I mean, I think there's a strong case to be made that the ACC automatically becomes the third strongest conference. And, at that point, you're in a position of strength, and you can always add a few teams if you need to, if you really want to get to like 16 or 18 or whatever, the wave of, this little fad is right now. So to me, I look at the Big Ten and the SEC. They're obviously making power moves. The ACC can survive and really thrive if they're able to somehow convince Notre Dame to come and be a full member.
Yeah, that would deter teams like, maybe Clemson, Florida State, Miami, any of them, maybe even Pitt, from leaving if they could fortify their own conference with Notre Dame. So that'll be something we watch. We're going to ask for your opinions. It's 412-575-2600. You can also hit us up on Twitter. It's at KD Pomp, at Paul Zeise. We're just getting started on a fireworks edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, Pittsburgh CW, and 93.7 The Fan.